Entering the Altai region of Russia was truly beautiful. It was so green with its endless rolling hills covered in trees and flowers, and the peaceful sound of nature was so calming. On our first night, we found a small holiday resort, southeast of the city of Barnaul, in amongst the forests next to a beautiful river. We spent a few hours walking around the site taking photos, before going back to our little static tent. I was grinning from ear to ear from our first day's explorations in this stunning landscape.
Morning.
Morning. Haven't I found a brilliant cat?
You have. It's well nice.
And it was the closest we'd come to having a fry-up on our journey so far. It was delicious. And with full bellies, we left our new favourite calf to continue our route deep into Altai.
Bye. Come on. Come.
All this and fields of cannabis.
John, don't do that. I'm a bit scared. Oh my god, it really wobbles. With the rain now setting in, we thought it'd be best to try and find somewhere to stay. But unfortunately, everywhere along this road was fully booked. So we turned back and headed towards the town of Kamlak. And it was here that the heavens really did open. John and I were forced to take shelter under our tarp at the side of the road, where a man named Argh invited us in to have tea with him whilst we waited for the rain to stop. He was very religious and had a charming, peaceful way about him. He gave us a tour around his self-constructed home and garden, where we met his pet cat and dog before saying farewell to continue our trip. We then rode up the scenic pass of Cheek Tarman to a market and then stumbled across a yoga camp that had rooms available. We checked in for 2 nights so we could really embrace this picturesque and tranquil setting. And of course, John was keen to film some trees.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah. Kind of don't want to turn around.
Oh, it's okay.
So yeah, now we're on the Pinus, or
So what, John?
well, it's Pinus. Well, I say,
Oh.
I'd say Pinus, but I think a lot of scientists say Pinus,
Penis.
Yeah.
We're on the penis.
which is the botanical name for pine. This is Pinus octopus.
Is it?
No,
Oh.
this, although it looks like an octopus,
Went down.
but no, this is Pinus siberica. So another Siberian something tree. So this is Siberian pine. It's a 5 needle pine. Comes in a set of 5. Isolate it. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Which is Piet
Piet.
in Russian.
Yeah, these are absolutely dripping in lichen, old man's beard, because it's
Oh, this green stuff
yeah, all this green stuff. Yeah,
that you burnt earlier.
yeah, they're really good for lighting fires when it's dry. The pine nuts
Yeah.
in the pine cones have got some of the highest fat content, 65%.
That's what they're selling down at the market, isn't it? Pine cones and honey.
That's it.
Pine
And this,
and-
yeah,
yeah.
and this it would be from these trees because it's got real high fat content,
What do they
65%.
taste like?
You've had pine nuts, you know, like at home when you put it.
Yeah, I can't say I often have them.
Yeah, you know that you put.
Would
Would
it
you
be
put
quite
it on?
nice with honey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we should buy some.
We should buy some.
Yeah, we should get some.
Okay, grab the camera and then I can film the beard stuff. Oh,
It's the old man.
the old man beard. There's John trying to get down the tree. Well done.
My back. No.
Good job. Yeah, all up here, look.
Yeah. In the light here, it really comes out. Pine needle tea,
Smells
yeah.
really nice. It smells like aniseeds.
And it's got higher content of vitamin C than an orange does. But I don't know how many of that is you have to drink.
That's okay, we can pick quite a lot.
Yeah.
The tree won't mind, will it?
No, he loves it.
Does he? We left our yoga camp 2 days later, still stopping at every opportunity to learn more about this inspiring landscape.
so exciting yesterday. I was just like, oh my god, there's all the trees that I've been researching about before coming out. Massive amount of cannabis, wasn't it?
Loads
Which
of
the
cannabis.
locals must have been growing.
But I
because
mean,
it was,
fields of it.
yeah, fields of it.
Fields of cannabis. Really tall as well.
Yeah,
like
really
taller
tall.
than me.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
really thick and fun
Yeah.
as well. Larch is known to be really good at being rot resistant outside.
Okay, what? Untreated?
Untreated,
Okay.
yeah. So back in the day, a lot of the Siberian people would have used this to make their houses. It sort of ends not too far further east, and
Okay.
then a new type of larch takes over, which is the Hurrian larch. I'm probably not saying it right, but we'll learn about that one when we see
Okay.
it, when we get to it. We'll actually see that in Mongolia, I think,
Right,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah, and these were also used for railway sleepers on the Trans-Siberian Railway.
So
Yeah.
it's strong then?
Really strong, yeah, and lasts a long time, and that's yeah. So a lot of these have been cut down.
Well, thank you trees, because we might be going on you later on our trip.
Yeah, we'll be using your services. See sort of the size of the cone and stuff, and how big the bracts are on it.
What's a brack?
I'll show you when I find a cone again.
No, here's a cone.
Oh yeah, okay. Let's take this to the camera. Let's show.
Oh.
Here's the ID features. Here's the cone. Yeah, so on here, this one's a little bit more open actually, and that's because it's would be starting to drop its seeds through. It's the heat actually; it starts to open it up. This one is a bit more closed, and that's actually because it's dropped on the floor and it's not doing much good anymore. Yeah, this is the dominant larch.
Good
But
stuff.
yeah, so it's good. We'll move up the valley and
Find the next tree.
yeah. Do you want to hug it?
Yeah.
Cool. Aww.
Thank you, tree. More trees.
More trees, yeah, and more mix of trees as well, rather than the pure stands of what is it? Siberian larch. Yeah.
So what's this one then?
This one is Siberian Fur.
And how do we know that?
We know that because of it's got this bluish tinge to it at first.
Yeah.
The needles as well, they're not on stalks like you could. They're on the Siberian spruce. The needles sit on little pegs,
Oh, okay.
and on these
yeah.
they come straight off.
Okay.
And also, it's quite like a pipe cleaner, I always think.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Good mix, yeah. And still with a lot of the flowers as well, all these yellows and purples.
Yeah.
It's really pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, Herb Robert and like geranium sort of stuff. God knows what else there is. It is pretty though, yeah. Peas as well. This is how I remember the Norway spruces, is that the cones on that look like a big turd.
A big turd.
Yeah, and that's what our forestry tutor told us as well, is it looks like a big poo.
So we're allowed to use that term then, because
Yeah,
you
yeah,
tutored
it's
it?
fine.
Oh,
He
okay,
said
good.
it, yeah. And he was like Canadian forester, so he was
Wicked.
yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Whereas those, however,
These are like little small poos, I guess.
little small peas.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, hello, mate. Oh,
All right,
God.
all right, all right. Calm down.
Yeah, yeah, get well into it.
We then continued our journey to the village of Fiodro, where we pulled over at a shop to buy some food ready for a wild camp. 40 miles later, when we stopped for fuel, we discovered that we'd left our wallet back in the village. Luckily, it only had our credit card and about £10 worth of money in it, so I phoned the bank straight away to cancel the card, and we could use our spare one from now on that I'd kept in a safe place. Once that had been dealt with, we rode on towards the Katuyark Pass, discovering yet more impressive landscapes and breathtaking views. It was the ideal place to pop up the tent and wild camp for the night. Once we'd packed up in the morning, we continued heading towards the Katuyaik Pass, but decided to turn back after John hurt his leg when attempting to pick up a bottle that had fallen off my bike, resulting in him dropping his own bike on top of himself. Plus, the vibrations from riding over the rumble-stripped road was worrying. Our bikes were rattling all over the place. We stopped at a guest house in Koshagash before heading to the border the following morning, where this happened.
Last fuel stop in Russia before we're heading into Mongolia, and I've just overflowed Katie's fuel tank because there was no stopper on the petrol pump, and it went everywhere. Thankfully we weren't in Norway, so it didn't cost us a hell of a lot of money, but yeah, it just went absolutely everywhere. My heart was going. Thankfully it didn't go on a helmet and all that stuff as well. Yeah, onwards to Mongolia. And
now what adventures would be waiting for us in Mongolia? We would be leaving the safety and refuge of Russia once again to enter this unknown land. Kazakhstan had really put us to the test, with the northern route in Mongolia also have its challenges.